Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are completely decluttering and organizing my closet for the spring and summer season. And I'm going to share some of my tips along the way to make the transition as smooth as possible for you. As you can see, I've set up a clothing rack and I'm working in sections. Breaking it down into small sections feels much more manageable to me this way. I also put tags on my clothing each season like you see here. It takes such little time and is such a great tool in helping me to make easier decisions on what I should keep in my wardrobe and what I should consider moving on. I take the tags off when I wear an item, so during my decluttering sessions, if a tag is still remaining, I know I haven't worn that piece. Now, just because a tag is still on a piece of my clothing doesn't necessarily mean I'm getting rid of it. I have pieces I know I only wear a couple times a year or for special occasions. What the tagging method does for me is it creates a visual boundary for me to assess. It keeps my closet inventory manageable and realistic. I want a wardrobe that works well for me, and if I continue to avoid a piece, it's not an asset and maybe it could be replaced by something that is. And so the tag is just a visual representation for me to just think about the piece and be honest with myself and then make a decision that's wise. So I finished some of my shorter outerwear and now I'm moving on to my tops, and you're going to see that I'm actually leaving some things on the hanger. I'm leaving for Savannah actually tomorrow, and so I was packing here and I wanted to just keep the items out that I was thinking about packing, and I actually declutter my closet and do my packing for my annual girls trip at the same time every single year. And so this works really well for me. But if you are packing and you're not decluttering your closet, I think that this is a really great idea and will help you, is just to set out a clothing rack like this if you have one, or create a space within your closet. Just kind of move some of your other clothes aside and just kind of hang the things that you're thinking about and start to create outfits that way. It'll just keep the mess in one area while you're kind of thinking through what it is that you actually want to wear, because let's be honest, what we first pick out of our closet to wear to go out of town doesn't always end up being the items that we actually take out of town with us. So that's one of the things that's really helped me, and I hope that it could help you too. And now I'm going through my favorite section of my wardrobe. That's my dresses, but I need your help on this dress. As you can see, the tag's still on it. I bought it last fall and meant to wear it through the fall and winter season. I never did. My daughter says it looks like a robe and I should get rid of it, but I'm kind of on the fence, so let me know your opinion. My dog was really into it though. I'm giving her kisses. This is a dress though that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorites, and I also love this baby doll dress right here. I just have a thing for baby doll dresses. I feel so feminine and they're so easy to style. And also, if you guys have any suggestions on where I should go in Savannah, definitely let me know. My mom and my sister and I are going for 5 days and we're gonna have so much fun. I know we normally go to New Orleans though, so I am completely new to Savannah, so any suggestions would be appreciated. So now I'm just going through my spring and summer totes from last year and pulling out all the spring and summer items that I had to put away. When I cultivated my wardrobe, or as I'm cultivating my wardrobe, I typically try to purchase pieces that I can wear year round, but there's certain pieces like this seafoam top I just hung up and this little crocheted crop top tank thing that are definitely just summer pieces, and they bring me a ton of joy. And so I definitely allow myself to just indulge in those pieces that I love and just look forward to wearing every single year. This is one of my absolute favorite tops to wear, and just a quick tip, if you guys like designer items but you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on them, definitely check out The Real Real. I got this top on there for like $60, which I know is kind of high, but I think the original price tag was like $900 or $1,000 and the tag was still on it. So it was used but new, meaning someone probably got it at a gifting suite or bought it and never wore it and turned around and consigned it. So definitely check that spot out if you're shopping for your spring and summer season. This took me about 2 hours to do, and this is my updated closet for the spring and summer season. I've also updated some of my organizing here from my last video. You can kind of compare those two. Of course, I'm missing the items that I packed for Savannah, but overall I love it, and I actually think it's a lot slimmer than my fall and winter wardrobe, so I'm actually liking having a little bit extra space. The jewelry situation isn't permanent, but I like using what I have on hand for a good little bit while I decide kind of how I want things structured. And so just having everything in my closet though is working really well to kind of create a full outfit. And that is the end of my closet update. And now we're moving on to creating some homemade chicken noodle soup. And so right now what I'm doing is I have a chicken that I slow roasted the night before. We ate off of it. I made some chicken tacos out of it, and now I'm just picking it to use the leftovers for that chicken noodle soup. And so I'm taking the chicken carcass, I don't like that word, chicken bone, and we're gonna actually create a chicken stock out of it. It's super easy to make, and it adds so much flavor to whatever you're doing and way less expensive than buying chicken stock, so I highly suggest doing this. I also like to use whatever leftover veggies I have on hand to use my stock as well. You know, I try to be really intentional about going through my veggies, but sometimes they sit a little bit longer and aren't so fresh, but that's great for making a stock. So right now I'm just using some leftover onion we had from a cookout, adding in those chicken bones, and then some parsley. You could also add peppers. I actually went back and added in a little bit of cauliflower that was kind of past its prime, and then I'm just going to take a few bay leaves and add those in as well, and you're going to just fill that pot up with water until it just about covers all of the items in your stock pan, and then just let that come to a boil and then simmer for about 2 hours, and you'll have the most delicious stock once you strain it. And you really don't have to add anything else other than salt, and I just suggest doing that you know, kind of in the cooking process, or you can do it beforehand, just whatever you choose. And then I also just cut up some carrots, so when I finish the soup I will add those carrots in before I add the chicken and let those soften up. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the fridge until I'm ready to make the soup later this evening. And now we decided to go ahead and head to the park and go on a nature trail. We love this park that we go to. There's everything that we could possibly want to do there. And I just personally like to get lost in the woods. There's nothing better to me than waking up, going to church, having a home cooked meal, and then going and spending some time outdoors. It's the absolute best. When we got home, it was time to assemble the soup, so now I'm just going to add that chicken stock, that fresh chicken stock, right into my stock pan again and bring that to a boil. It's already salted, so I don't really need to add anything other than my vegetables, noodles, and chicken. And then we also stopped by the store on the way home and got a fresh loaf of bread, because there's nothing like a soft piece of bread to pair with your soup. After my carrots and egg noodles were done cooking, I just added my chicken to warm it up for just a couple minutes. And this is how it turned out. It's safe to say it was a hit. All the kiddos really enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Until next time, guys. Bye.